Hey guys, Nicole here, and I wanted to do a quick video talking about my preparation I'm doing for my Hawaii album and how I'm going about it, what I'm doing, how I'm doing some work ahead of time, and then of course you'll see it when it's done after our actual trip. So we have a trip scheduled in October, and I'm super excited about it. But I wanted to do this album a little different than our typical vacation albums. For those of you who have watched my past videos, you generally know that for most vacations, I do 12 by 12, and I intermix regular scrapbook pages with pocket pages. So I can still do some fun, pretty scrapbook layouts, documenting different memories, but then I can also put a bulk of the photos in pocket pages because most of them don't all each have individual stories because you tend to take so many photos when you're on a vacation. So, you know, I've done that with both my Disney trips. They're going to be multiple albums, you know, or just different trips we've taken. That's the way I've done it. So I wanted to do Hawaii a little differently, and I was just brainstorming, and I was initially thinking I'll just do the same thing, but this one will be a lot, you know, really bright and Hawaiian, floral, summery colors, those kinds of things. And then I came across Lisa Fonseca's YouTube channel, and she had a two-part Hawaiian album preparation video, their process videos, and I'm like, oh, I'm always, you know, I'm thinking about Hawaii, so I'll watch these. And I loved her process. Like, I loved her. She's such a good detail-oriented person, and like, I just really enjoyed watching them. And so like, that's what I'm going to do for my Hawaii album on a little bit of a different scale, and definitely not the same as hers, but very similar. And so, because she's also prepping hers before the pictures are part of the process, I'm like, I could do the same thing, and that's what I'm going to do because I'm excited to start digging into all these summary supplies I've collected over the years but haven't been able to use because they're very beach themed. My last scrapbook weekend, I'm actually leaving for one today. Yippee! Till Tuesday. Today's Friday. Anyway, so my last scrap weekend I had with Angie, I focused on scrapbooking summer photos. So I took a whole bunch of my summer lines and played with those. I'm trying to do that this year. I'm trying to kind of theme my scrapbook weekends based on the time of year it is and focus on those types of photos. And so anyway, when I was doing that, there were so many products in those different collections that I couldn't use because I live in rural Nebraska, and so going to, you know, we go to the pool and the lake sometimes, but like, we aren't beach people because we don't have beaches here. And so the only time I can really use that super beach themed type of stuff, you know, the umbrellas and the beach umbrellas and the flamingos outside of zoo pictures, you know, those kind of pineapples, those kinds of things. Because I've mentioned this before, I'm a very literal scrapper, so I have a hard time. I know I can use a pineapple in any summer layout, and I know you can use it for other things too, but or even a flamingo, but I just have a hard time doing that. Like for a summer layout where it's just about playing outside, like at the park, I'll do sun, clouds, those kinds of things, but I have a hard time using a pineapple unless it's like, you know, themed like around a beach or that kind of thing. So anyway, sidetrack, sorry. So I just had so many products that I didn't use because I was like, well, these don't work for my photos. And I have some older beach pictures, so I just kind of set them aside. So I'll just use them for them. Well, then, you know, when we finally got our Hawaii trip booked, I was like, hey, I can finally use all these products now that I've set aside and haven't been able to use. And so what I did was I just collected all of those. I went through my stash, went through all my collections that I had together, like my summer collections, and my wood veneers and my clips and just different embellishments. And I pulled anything that are super specific that I would only be able to use for like a Hawaii type vacation or a beach type vacation, and then other things as well that would fit into the theme. And so I'm going to really quickly, before I show you what I've done so far, I'm going to show you guys how I have everything organized, and I'll just keep them in these bins until our trip is over so it's all organized for me. And I'm also just working on it a little bit at a time, adding in fun things and getting inspired to do certain types of pages, and I'm just plopping them in there as I do them. So I like to have them all here, and then I think I'll just set them put them on my other desk while I'm working on other stuff, since we aren't going until mid-October. So what I did was I organized everything by type. So I have this container here where I've pulled all the different papers and collections that can, I'm not gonna say they all will fit, but that can fit into this album. And so the main line that I got purposefully for this Hawaii trip is, sorry if am I crooked? No, I think I'm good. Was the Oasis collection by Crate Paper, and I love it. And so I kind of use that as my main color inspiration for the entire album. Not to say that there aren't gonna be some other things sneak in, because I know I just got a box from a Cherry on Top that has a new Fancy Pants line, I think, that has super summery themed product. But it all fit into the general kind of color categories that this line has. I have some other summer lines that are more of the like pastel-y yet summery type of product, and some of that's in here and some of that just maybe won't work, but it's going to be a very eclectic album, so it's okay. So anyway, so I put all my papers and specialty papers in here. So I've already actually used quite a bit of these 6x6 pages, paper pads. Sorry, it's been a long week, you guys. This is everyone I've talked to this week has said, like, yesterday they thought yesterday was supposed to be Friday. Like, it was just that week. I don't know if the eclipse like made everyone like into their internal clocks add an extra day in or something, but everyone this week has been off, and I'm one of them. Like, yesterday, I thought yesterday was Friday all day. It's just been one of those weeks. I'm super ready for a break. Anyway, I've already used, like, this one's already about half gone already. I've already broken into these quite a bit. And then these are just all the like cut apart sheets and papers from Oasis. I have leftover Crate Paper poolside. So a lot of these are leftovers. I still had bagged up because they were summer themed, and I just kept them with my summer supplies. So here's some leftover from Carta Bella Summer 11. I worked with this collection in my last scrapbook weekend. Like, that is so cute. Like, I can't wait to use some of these papers and themes this one as well. That's Summer 11. We got some Simple Stories. Again, this is kind of one of those collections that is a little bit of a different tone of colors. It's more the lighter peaches and the lighter blues and stuff, like the more buttery yellows versus the bright yellows. But I think that some of these are going to fit in perfectly. Like, not all of it, but some of them, especially like some of these cards, I think will be super cute. I just thought, you know, how often am I going to be able to use the flip-flops and sunglasses and beach umbrellas? And so I'm like, I just wanted to pull everything that I had, so I have every option available to me, and if it doesn't fit color scheme wise, I just won't use it, and that's okay. So this is actually from a Felicity Jane summer kit that I just got, and I thought some of these papers were really cute. And then some more Simple Stories. And what else do I have here? I have some Dear Lizzie. These are a bunch of scraps, like Dear Lizzie, and scraps of what I've already kind of used up. Here's some Maggie. Nope, that's all Dear Lizzie. Some Amy Tan. This is an older collection. And then I think I have one of our newer collections in here too. Let me see. So then I have Summer Sun from Fancy Pants, which is super cute. Like I said, I have probably a couple more collections I'll be adding to this after I get my Cherry on Top order unpacked. I might do one more video today of that before I take it with me to my scrap weekend. Otherwise, it's going to all be split up. But and then some more, I think, Dear Lizzie, I think. I went through paper pads and pulled some sheets out that were super themed for beach, and I love those. This is Echo Park, so these are leftovers from my last trip. This is the new Amy Tan. I only got like 4 or 5 12x12s and a couple of the embellishments, but I just got the ones that were super like themed that would work. And then Happy Place has a lot of those kind of beachy, summery, so I just pulled the whole paper pad. And then I think this is then her, yeah, so then this is Lovely Day. I pulled Lovely Day as well because it had some papers that I thought, like this one I thought would be really pretty. to add in some black and white, clean looking. And some of these aren't going to work. And then these are leftovers from the Echo Park collections I've worked with my last scrap weekend. And then Rise and Shine, again, had just a lot of those really fun, bright colors. So those are kind of the main collections. Like I said, there'll be a couple more added to this. And obviously I'm not going to use all of it, but I can filter through and just grab, you know, what I need, and it's all together. I don't have to like say, oh, this summery collection had this color. You know, I can just, it's all here. So here's the papers. And then I have this. So this is just all the loose ephemera pieces and things that I had either in my vacation stash, like I have a vacation bin, and I went and pulled out a lot of it. There's a lot of different color schemes in there and a lot of neutral stuff. And so I just went ahead and pulled anything that was neutral, all the ephemera packs from all those collections I just showed you. If I had leftovers or brand new ones, I just opened them all up and put them in here. So when I'm doing different pieces of the album, whether it be filling in pockets to use the fuse on and add sequins with, I can just dig through here and say, oh, this would be perfect. I'm going to stick this inside one of the pockets, sprinkle in some sequins, fuse it shut, and be done. But I just wanted to have all those loose pieces in here. And so this will be super fun to just dig in and grab what you know is going to be perfect. And then I also have this guy here, which is more of the detail types of pieces. So your little like washi tapes. Like when else am I going to use these fish clips? I do have actually one. I think I've already scrapbooked it though. But, you know, like this is an ideal time to use them. And just some of my fun clips, like gold is going to be kind of the main, sorry, I just lost my word. Not that I won't put some silver in, but mostly gold will be my, I'm sorry, I can't think of the word. One of the neutrals I'm going to use. And then just all the leftover pieces from like Poolside, and that's Poolside, the Amy Tan lines. So I just pulled all those like more detailed finishing pieces, 3D type of stickers are in there. And then I also have like a variety of stamps and things that were with the collections, and stencils and just things that I've pulled that are summer themed or Hawaiian themed. And I'll have them just on my desk during the whole process, because I'll be using them throughout the whole process. And then I decided on a few consistent things I was going to have throughout the album, besides the colors, because, you know, obviously you want your colors to kind of mesh throughout the whole thing. But I also wanted some individual types of pieces that I would use throughout the album. One of them is wood veneers, and I have a whole bunch of vacation themed wood veneers, so I just dumped them all in here, along with some other ones. And so I can, like, there's a cute little pineapple. That's so cute. That's from Jelly Bean Soup. So just anything that was, again, summer themed or vacation themed. Doilies. I just grabbed a handful of doilies that I thought would match the colors. There might be some others I can just grab from my drawer, but those are the ones I grabbed. And then clips. So I had, from TJ Maxx, I had gotten like a whole pack of pineapple, if I can find them here, pineapple clips. And like these little champagne and wine glasses. And yeah, here's a pineapple. And then I had some from other collections too that were very summery themed. So I just put all the clips in here that you know, fit the theme again, and have them here. So these are all going to be scattered throughout the album, and I'll do that purposefully just to keep some continuity throughout the album. And then I have this then is where I'm putting all the larger pieces that are smaller than, you know, your full-size paper, but bigger than your smaller embellishment. So mostly all cards, some transparencies, and I have a couple of these rollers from Dear Lizzie, I think. Just stuck them in there. And so those are all in here. So if I'm filling in pocket pages, or if I'm needing just a layering piece for a page, then I have those all collected there. And then a couple things I'm also going to do throughout the album is I'm going to do some stamping. Like I showed you, I have some stamps already. I might go through my collection my stamp collection one more time just to see if I have any super summery themed stamps. I just kind of grabbed ones that were already with my vacation supplies. Oh, before I show you that here, sorry. I also then have this basket, which is like some of this, that's new, but a lot of these here in the front are older vacation supplies that were brighter that I thought I could hopefully incorporate into this. Oh, there's more stamps there. And a die cut, or a die too. Cute. And so I went ahead and just pulled them because if I don't pull them, then I'm not going to use them. So there's a variety in here. Like these are super old collection, but I thought hopefully I can, the purple probably won't work so much, but some of these brighter pieces I could maybe finally use. Some old recollection supplies that were vacation themed. I pulled a whole bunch of these types of things just because I'll probably decorate the outside of the album. Maybe even try to include some of these inside the album. We'll see. But the bright colors were perfect. Have some transparencies here. Like I said, I don't know if they'll all work, but I just wanted to pull them and see if they worked. Some gold metallic paste. Metallic. Gold is the metallic color I'm using for this. That's what I was looking for. So I'm just going to put this in here because if I do some stencils or mixed media, I'm going to use this as well as spray inks. And old Making Memories. And this is very creamy, so I'm not for sure if I'm going to be able to use this. It's very cream based versus white. But we'll see. I just wanted to pull and say, hey, let's try to use as much of this as I can. I don't even know if these are good. These are rub-ons, old rub-ons for Making Memories, but they're really cute colors. So I just thought, I'm going to pull them and then try to use them. These old Making Memories clear stickers that are vacation themed. Have those in here. These are new from Freckled Fawn. I just really like the color. And I needed some smaller like words and phrase pieces, so I'll try to get these used. And then that Felicity Jane, I showed you that there's papers in there, and this just matches those papers, but I love like that palm tree. Like, these are perfect. So cute little embellishments. I should probably put that, I'm going to put that over here with my smaller embellishments. And then these are all the sticker sheets and cardstock stickers that go with the lines that I pulled. So I'm going to come here when I need the more flatter types of embellishments for the different pocket pages or layouts. So these I think I'm going to put here too. So very cute. So that's it there. Okay. And then as far as my tools and stuff, like I said, I have these really fun stamps and letter stickers that were probably with the collections. Like I have these guys here. And then, although this has a kind of purple, is that blue or purple? We'll see. I'll probably pull maybe a couple more that are these really fun bright colors. And then I have this Oasis stamp set and these Amy Tangerine, 2 peas in a bucket. I have these stencils and these floral pieces are super cute, so that'll be great for mixed media. These dies here that are vacation themed. This one here I already showed you. And then also these letter stickers are just black and white plaid. I thought it'd be cute to get some black and white throughout. And then I have these little, I think these were from that Amy Tan collection. Just these little stickers with words. And I can see using like the pink ones and some of the blue ones. I don't know if they'll all work, but we'll stick them in there. Okay. So then I'm also going to, besides stamping and using ink and a little bit of mixed media, I'm also going to focus on finally using these. And I have a lot of these and I just rarely use them because to me it gets frustrating to try to use them on a 12 by 12 page, and it's just hard for me to maneuver. And so I tend to want to use them in smaller, like on cards or Project Life cards or whatever. And so I'm like, what I'm going to do is just focus on using this in this album, so it's another consistent thing that will be showing up throughout the album. And I can pre-do a bunch of it before the trip even, so I can take an image and put it on, say like this card. I can take this camera image, go ahead and stitch it and put, you know, have it done, and then it's in kind of like an embellishment that's ready to go for the project. So I'm going to do a whole bunch of those. They're going to be random, not planned out, just images that are going to work in the album, and I'm going to do a whole bunch of different types of things, and then they'll be ready to go for things to add to my album. And so I have just a bunch of them that I grabbed, like if they had, you know, outdoor themes or summer themes or like floral themes, that kind of thing, I grabbed them. So a bunch of those are all Amy Tangerine, and then just some of the the flosses and things that I think will work. I have more to choose from if I need them, but I think this will be a good start as far as color wise. So that will also be part of my consistent embellishment I'll do throughout the album. So here's the album I'm using. It's 8.5 by 11. I just bought this album basically because I thought it was really cute and I had no plan for it. So I love that it's black and white and gold. And I think what I'm going to do is probably just add like the word Hawaii here. So it'll say Hawaii love, then maybe 2017 over here, and then keep it pretty simple. But that'll add in the colors that are going to be then showing up into the album. And like I said, it's going to be a very eclectic album. I'm going to use a mixture of pocket pages and layouts and just different sizes of pages and acetate pages and pockets and all kinds of fun things. So that's the route I wanted to go with this one. I love those types of albums. And so as you can see, I've already started with the stitching here. I just had this Simple Stories little banner and I went ahead and stitched an airplane onto it, and it's in the front because I know that the front is what I'm going to be talking about, our flight there. So I went ahead and did that. And then just because of the thread on the back, I just covered the back with one of the pattern papers. And then I've just pre-filled some pockets. And the ones that aren't fused shut, obviously I can move them around. But I wanted to make sure I left some open for pictures. And then some for fun pattern papers. And then some for just fun interactive elements, like movable elements. And so what I really wanted to do was incorporate the sequins, the sequin look, you know, inside the pocket, and I just fused them shut. And so I have some of these throughout that I've already done. I think I'm going to add in a couple more. It depends on how large the album ends up getting, but I want to kind of space each type of page throughout the album. And so like here, I've taken some of my wood veneers, the sailboat ones, mixed them with a bunch of sequins, mixed them with a small doily, which I need to get more of those this weekend. Those are really cute. And so I just made sure I was consistent. So with this page, I went with wood veneers and doilies. So I put a doily in each one. This one says Go See Do, and these are floral wood veneers. And then I also added in, I had these like enamel stickers from one of the lines, and if there were two of them, I actually stuck them back to back so that from the back you're seeing a different color, but you're not seeing the back of a sticker. Does that make sense? Although with these, it's not as big of a deal because you see just a lighter version of that color on the back, whereas some things you can't do that because the back doesn't look very nice. So I have like the pineapples in there as well. So and then like these Maggie Holmes butterfly sequins. So just a variety of different fun elements in there. I've already gone ahead and pre-put in some of these clips. Again, they can be moved, but I wanted to make sure I used the flamingo ones, the pineapple ones, you know, all the ones that were themed for the album. So there's that. And then I've pre-made some pages that are not in page protectors, and then I'll have pages that will be in page protectors as well. So I wanted to have just a variety of textures and types of pages in here. So I just put washi along the sides. I forgot to show you the washi. I went ahead and pulled different washi's that will work with this color scheme, especially ones, again, that had like pineapples on them. This is the time to use that. These beautiful florals from Dear Lizzie. So just, I went with a color scheme of the entire album, or the general color scheme, because there's going to be some variation, and just pulled a bunch of different washi's, and these are what I'm going to work with. So I've already worked with some of those on the sides of these pages. And so I just use some of the papers, making sure you guys can see okay. I'm just putting them in here randomly. Again, they're movable. That's the great thing about the 3D, the 3-ring binder, is that I can change this however I want to. So then I have these page protectors, which are 4, I guess they'd probably be what, like 4.25 by 5.5. And I'll do pictures and pattern paper in there as well. I just haven't gotten that far yet, but I did put this piece in there because I really want to use that. Again, that will help my wood veneer, you know, theme throughout the whole album. Some acetate. This is from Dear Lizzie. I just cut, I think it's I cut it down to 6 inches. So I have 2 of them in here. More paper. This one is one that is 2 vertical and 3 horizontal. So again, I'll probably do the sequin maybe thing in here, fuse that shut, and then put pictures and papers through the rest. Again, I'm doing these, trying to do these in batches, and so I'm just doing it kind of type of page by type of page. But again, this is more of just a start, just to play, and then I'll have to add more down the road probably. Another one of these, again, here I just did one middle and then kept the rest more open for photos. And here I do have some random just pieces I found throughout the digging process, and I wanted to use these. And I like them because I have enough of them. Again, I can glue them back to back. So you can see here it says Just Plain Wonderful. On the back it's a camera, so I have 2 glued together so that from the front or back you're still getting a pretty decorated piece. So, and a pineapple clip there. Here again, another Simple Stories piece. I went ahead and put a doily on there and a flare. And another one of these, which I went ahead and started to fill in some of the pattern papers. Again, they're movable, so they're not, you know, nothing's set in stone. Another paper, another one of these. So I just kind of scattered them around just so I remember to do that when I'm actually putting it together. Another acetate sheet. So I just love, these are going to be so fun for Hawaii pictures. And then one more here. And here I just did 2 pockets, and here's where I use those acetate stickers, and either if they had matching ones, I either stuck them together back to back, or if they didn't, like these, I noticed that they still looked fine from the back because they're just a lighter version of the front. And I just used my powder tool and took the sticky off of them. So I did that there. And again, I did some clips. And so there's the back. So you can see it's just as pretty on the side as the front. So as far as the loose pieces are concerned. So, and then back here is a bunch of just empty page protectors, 8.5 by 11. So when I do layouts, I'll have them ready to go here. So that is how I am approaching this album, and I'm so excited. I'm going to get some more of these kind of types of different shaped pages interspersed, because I only have 2 in there right now, but I'll be getting more of those in. I'll probably add a little bit more acetate in. But I'm just going to start taking like a bunch of these cards and getting out my stitching templates, maybe stitching around, you know, the edges, or finding one of the images that will fit, like the image of maybe a heart, and stitch around this and kind of use what's already on there for me and then just add to it. So I'm just going to get a bunch of pre-stitched types of elements that I can add in to keep this look throughout the album as well. And then I'll also go through and do splatter mist and maybe some of that gold paste, and just do some different things on the backgrounds of some of these pages. So I'll probably pre-do some of that as well. So that is how I'm approaching my Hawaii album, and I'm so excited and I love it so much. Like, it's an album I've been wanting to do for a long time, a type of album I've wanted to do for a long time. And I love that I'm really gonna get to use up a bunch of my fun Hawaii supplies, because like if you just sat down and did layouts, like I'm not gonna use a bunch as many of these smaller individual pieces as I am going to with this, which I want to get them used. I want to get them to where I can enjoy them, because I'm never going to use that many sequins, right? Like I love the look of sequins moving around in this pocket and these other loose pieces moving around in the pocket, and I'm getting to enjoy them, but I don't have to like use each individual piece on a page. I can just stick them in a pocket and they just kind of rumble around in there, and I get to enjoy how that looks all together. So I love that. So that is what I'm doing. So I may be back with a haul. I have a cherry on top order came in. I think I just got a scrapbook.com order that came in that was mostly placed for the stuff that a cherry on top was out of. And I am finally just getting my hands on all the new supplies. So I may be back with another haul video. If I'm not, if I run out of time because I have to go to work before I leave for my scrapbook weekend, that may, you know, we may just be out on that haul video, but I'll try to do that. But for sure, I wanted to get this video made and show you guys how I was approaching this, and then I'll show you again when I'm done, or maybe do a process video when I'm working on it. So until then, I'll be back, and happy scrubbing. Bye-bye.